Make this summer your time to shine with Big Soleil. It's now time for our self-care series brought to you by Big Soleil. Going about our day-to-day lives becomes increasingly easier when we maneuver through life surrounded by only good vibes. This is absolutely my mantra, and this applies to our personal and professional spaces. However, what happens when these spaces are contaminated by toxicity, and how do we block out the negativity? Welcome back to the show.
Thank you very much.
Such a pleasure to have you here. I am such a huge believer in energy is everything, and the energy around you has such a huge impact on every part of you. But is negativity actually bad for your health?
Absolutely. Negativity can actually be paralyzing to you. Wow. It's really, really bad. There's no other word for it. It can actually be so bad that if you're constantly exposed to negativity, you won't be able to string a sentence together.
Yeah. Wow.
I want to use an example, okay?
Yeah,
so let's
please.
say that you're working at a company and the SEO is really negative. He's criticizing and he's really just got nothing nice to say to anyone. Yeah. Immediately in that space, you are going to lose your energy.
Yeah.
You're going to feel totally unprotected, and you're going to feel as if you need to protect yourself, and what that's going to do is it's going to affect your physical body.
Yeah.
Wow.
Absolutely. And you kind of see a trend happening with people where if they have negative people in their life, toxic people in their life, it's so difficult to get rid of them. You either feel connected to them. What kind of relationship does that bring with you?
Yeah, okay, so there are going to be two things why you get stuck with someone. It's going to be a physical thing, like it could be a parent, it could be a partner that you're in a relationship.
Relationships.
Yeah, totally toxic. And the other thing is you could be emotionally connected to them. So it's a physical thing or emotionally, where you feel as if you actually can't live without them, or they can't live without you. So you feel stuck. Yeah. It can actually even be a combination of the both. You know, the physical, you can't really move from them, as well as you emotionally attached to them. So it's very difficult.
It's like the relationship between an empath and a narcissist. Like the narcissist needs the empath because needs that person to kind of feed their narcissism, and the empath needs, almost thrives on that negativity.
Almost thrives on it, and they can't live without it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what tools do you recommend for people to kind of block out negativity? Because I think that having negativity in your environment can affect your self-worth, and that ultimately will then lead to feeling sick, feeling low, depression, all of that. Hey?
Yeah, absolutely. The first thing is you need to take yourself into an empowering position.
Yeah.
So the first thing you need to do is actually make the choice.
Okay. Yeah.
Should I stay or should I go? The reason why you're going to do that is because then you're going to stop blaming. You're in the position you're in because you choose to be. Number one, make the choice. The next thing is you need to ask yourself, is it true? Is that negativity actually true? If it's true, fix it. Because if they come back to you and they repeat the same negativity again, you can say to them, yeah, this is what I've done about it. You are right. I actually gave it some thought, and this is now what I've done about it.
Yeah.
If it's not true, it's their stuff. It's not your stuff. Don't carry that baggage. Leave it where it is. It belongs to them. It's not yours.
Yeah.
But as a life coach, this is so much easier to put in your daily living and your personal relationships, but how does it work at work, in a professional setting where you can't just pick up your toys and go, you've got bills to pay, but you keep dealing with the same issue?
Yeah, so for me, you have to have a plan. So if you've got a really, really nasty boss, you have to have a plan. How are you actually going to talk to him? You need to go into his office and you need to talk about your clients. How? Plan it. Make sure you're breathing before you walk in. Get a pen and a piece of paper and literally plan it. Step one, make sure I know my content. So if he asks you a question, you're going to have the answer. So you're well read on whatever it is. So plan exactly how you're going to approach him. The other thing which is so vital is make sure, what we discussed on Monday, make sure you've got me time. You can't constantly have this attack, negative, negative, negative. You need to back away from it, gather your strength.
But don't you find sometimes when you go into a negative situation, it becomes so overwhelming that you get so flustered, and then you don't get out what you want to say because you're just so emotional. And then later on in the shower, you're like, oh, I should have said that.
That happens to me all the time.
All my arguments in the shower.
Yeah. So the idea is go back. If this is the person that you've chosen to, let's say the boss, you've decided at this stage of your life you can't move. You have to be working there for whatever reason. So go back to him and say, listen, I actually don't like it, but have a plan. Don't walk in there and say to him, I don't like the way you're treating me, without a set out plan. Yeah, it makes it very important.
Anerene, I always learn so much from you, and I think so many viewers at home have definitely been taking those notes and applying them in their daily lives. Thank you so much.
Thank you very, very much.
Now, the trick is to always think and be positive, and the rest will fall into place organically. Well, now is your time to shine with Big Soleil disposable razors. They're available at your local leading retailers nationwide. Now, after the break, we make a tasty shakshuka recipe with Chef Putzeletso. Plus, we meet Dr. Tamara Pfeiffer. Don't miss out.